Good morning, class. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. Welcome to another day of learning. I am teacher Mayan Sima Lazab and I will be discussing with you another topic in meteorology, and this is all about weather instrument. But before that, let us look into the objectives of today's lesson. At the end of this lesson, the learners are expected to define what are the weather instruments and their uses. Do you know the different types of weather? Are you familiar with the various instruments that are used to forecast the weather? Now you will have another fun and meaningful discussion. But before we start, I have prepared an activity for you.
Directions. Read the sentences carefully and choose the correct answer.
Number 1. What does the weather forecasters use to forecast the weather? A. Dream, B. Imagination, C. Superstitious belief, and D. Weather pattern.
Number 2. The following are not examples of weather instrument except 1. A. Microscope, B. Ultrasound, C. Barometer, D. X-ray. Number 3. Which instrument is used for showing the direction of the wind? A. Wind vane, B. Rain gauge, C. Thermometer, D. Anemometer. Number 4. Which of these is an instrument used to measure the wind pressure? A. Wind vane, B. Rain gauge, C. Thermometer, D. Anemometer. Number 5. What weather tool is used to measure the temperature, and this is a very important part of weather forecasting? A. Thermometer, B. Barometer, C. Wind vane, D. Windsock. This time, let's explore about weather. Weather is the mix of events that happen each day in our atmosphere. Weather is different in different parts of the world and changes over minutes, hours, days, and weeks. Most weather happens in the troposphere, the part of Earth's atmosphere that is closest to the ground. Meteorologists develop local or regional weather forecasts, including predictions for several days into the future. Knowing where storms are now can help forecasters predict where storms will be tomorrow and the next day. Instruments such as thermometer, anemometer, rain gauge, wind vane, barometer, hygrometer, windsock, paranometer, weather balloon, and lightning detectors helps the process of looking over a large area, as does the network of weather observations.
Meteorologists use weather instruments to measure and make accurate weather forecasts. Here are some of them. A thermometer is an instrument used for measuring and indicating temperature. So, a weather thermometer is used to measure the temperature outside at any given time. A weather thermometer will tell you how hot or cold it is. An anemometer is a weather instrument used to measure wind speed and wind pressure. It can be used to measure any other type of gas too, not just wind. Anemometers can vary a lot in their appearance, but the main thing is that they all have a feature that is designed to move when it's windy to calculate the wind speed. A rain gauge measures the amount of rain that has fallen over a specific time period in a specific area. This weather instrument is a container which is placed in an open area to collect the rainwater.
A wind vane is a piece of equipment that's used to show the direction of the wind at any given time. They are typically found on the top of a building. A weather vane usually resembles an arrow shape with letters on it that indicate north, south, east, and west. The arrow rotates freely as a result of the wind and points in the direction that the wind is coming from. A hygrometer is an instrument used to measure the humidity or amount of water vapor in the air. A hygrometer is a specially designed apparatus that calculates relative humidity in an open or enclosed area. A windsock is also called a wind cone. It's a conical textile tube that resembles a giant sock. It can be used as a basic indicator of wind speed and direction, or as a decoration.
Pyranometer, an instrument used to measure the amount of solar radiation power the sun produces in a specific location. Weather balloons are the primary source of data above the ground. They provide valuable input for computer forecast models, local data for meteorologists to make forecasts and predict storms, and data for research. Lightning detectors and weather radar work together to detect storms. Lightning detectors indicate electrical activity, while weather radar indicates precipitation. Both phenomena are associated with thunderstorms and can help indicate storm strength. Meteorologists are able to predict the changes in weather patterns by using several different tools. They use these tools to measure atmospheric conditions that occurred in the past and present, and they apply this information to create educated guesses about the future weather. Always remember that a weather forecast is an educated guess. Meteorologists and mankind in general cannot control the weather. The best we can do is observe past and present atmospheric patterns and data, and apply this information to what we think will happen in the future.
We hope you have fun learning adventure with us today. Again, I am Teacher Miansi Malazab.
I am Teacher Jerica Siriban.
And I am Teacher Jessalyn Ortiz.